Welcome back into Ryan Jacobson Weather. Hope your Friday's off to a great start. Let's get right into the forecast for today. And as you can see, we do have pretty quiet weather right now across the U.S. There are some scattered showers and storms moving across portions of the south, as well as an area of low pressure developing today across the East Coast. This is going to move northward today, bringing widespread precipitation to parts of the Mid-Atlantic going into the Northeast, and maybe even a little bit of chillier slash cooler weather going into this weekend for some of those same areas. So let's get right into the forecast for today. So I'm actually going to start my forecast a little different for today. We usually don't go over the air quality index, but I thought I should bring it up as over the last 24 to 48 hours, a couple of pretty large fires have kind of sprouted and started to occur in portions of, just north of Edmonton, going into western Canada here. And this could be definitely issues for the U.S. smoke wise. I know we had that large, smoke outbreak, wildfire smoke outbreak across the U.S. 2 summers ago. And this could definitely start to impact the U.S. You can see portions of northern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota already have, unhealthy. So orange is unhealthy for sensitive groups, and then red is just downright unhealthy for all air quality index. So our indexes across portions of the northern Midwest are already on the rise, and we're expecting this to now start to affect most of the northern U.S., especially portions of the Midwest, going into the Great Lakes region, especially going into the New England region as well. So I'll try to keep you updated on this every day. Again, it's very hard to predict wildfire smoke, where it's going to move, how it's going to evolve. It all just depends on the fires and the jet stream and everything like that. But this still can definitely impact the U.S. going over these next couple of days. So just be aware, as we may have some unhealthy smoke coming into portions of the northern U.S. over the next 24 to 48 hours. This is the Air Now interactive map, and as you can see, there is a hazardous air quality for portions just to the northeast of Edmonton. Again, a lot of wildfires, popped up there yesterday, and they've continued to spread very, very quickly. Obviously, creating hazardous, air conditions. It'll be interesting to see if these start to drop southeast. Definitely possible, as we are already seeing, a level 3 unhealthy for sensitive groups. This is for northern Wisconsin as well as the UP of Michigan. It'll be interesting to see, how this air moves and how this smoke evolves over the next 24 to 48 hours. But it's definitely something that I will personally continue to monitor, as it could be an issue down the road here shortly. Let's hop right back into the forecast for today, as we can talk about something I'm a little bit more knowledgeable with, and that is weather forecasting. So this is the current look right now. As you can see, we do have some showers moving across kind of the central U.S. There's some scattered thunderstorms across Texas. None of these are going to be severe. And then going into this afternoon, as you can see, those kind of areas, the showers start to kind of low out here. As you can see, low pressure develops going into this afternoon, evening across portions of northern Virginia and kind of right around, central West Virginia. This low pressure is going to ride the coast here. It's going to actually kind of deepen pretty quickly here. It's going to get down to like a almost 986, 985. So pretty impressive system here. And we will see some widespread showers from this. I'm just playing this back for you across portions of the Northeast and going into the New England region. And widespread rain is definitely going to be possible, especially the closer you are to the coast, probably the heavier rain you will see. This is going into tomorrow afternoon here. You can see this low pressure is going to continue to actually deepen a little bit. It's going to spin out. Now, I'm a little worried about this because with this low pressure kind of spinning northward and then kind of spinning out over southern Canada, this is going to bring airflow, pulling air down from Canada right into the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. So I'm a little concerned about that because it could be pulling down, that smoke with it. So we'll see how that evolves here over this next 24 hours or so. And then going into this is now going into Sunday here. As you can see, this low pressure just kind of hangs up. It's going to bring some pretty chilly air across the Northeast, going into the New England region. This is now heading into Monday, but it looks like we're quickly going to see a warm up. And this really looks like our next shot at severe weather going to next Monday here. You see a low pressure developing across the plains, triggering off an area of thunderstorms from Texas all the way back into Minnesota. So it looks like we really are going to see that severe weather, threat kind of spike here on Monday as well as Tuesday. And we'll probably even see more going into Wednesday as well. So we'll keep you posted. Obviously, we still are a couple of days out, but definitely that potential for severe weather is on the table. This is now heading to next Thursday. This line of showers and storms is going to move across most of the country. So a lot of areas across the U.S. are going to see some pretty decent precipitation this next week from the storm system. This is now heading into Friday here. And again, this system kind of moves off the coast. And then this is now going over, week out now. At this point, we could see some more thunderstorms and maybe even more some severe weather going into next weekend. So here's the expected temperatures over the next couple of days. Let me play this forward for you. Here's the highs going into today. You can see it's going to be very, very, very warm across the west here these next couple of days, especially this weekend. We're seeing highs in California, a lot of places in the central Cal area reaching above or right around 100 degrees. It's going to be very warm in the central U.S. as well, especially where these fires are. It's going to be very, very hot. This is going into Sunday here. As you can see, the highs on Sunday going to be pretty nice, especially for the central U.S. Look at places in southern Canada, southern central Canada could be reaching highs in the lower 90s. Don't see that too often for the first day of June. You can see it is a little bit chillier in the northeast, but it is expected to warm up. This is highs going into Tuesday and into Wednesday. You can see that warm air pushes to the east here ahead of that kind of cold front that we have coming and that line of thunderstorms moving across the U.S. You can continue to see that warm air shifting further and further eastward. Could see a little bit of a cool down going into next week, but I would expect it to, get right back again, nice and warm. You can see maybe even next weekend it maybe get hot again across portions of the Southwest. Looking at areas across Texas, going into New Mexico and Arizona, as well as Southern California, could get very, very hot out there. Lastly, here's the total precipitation over the next couple of days. Let me play this forward for you guys. As you can see, there's that low pressure developing along the coast today. Could bring widespread precipitation totals of 1 to maybe even 2 to even localized areas up to 2.5 inches of rainfall. That's really going to strengthen throughout the afternoon today. This is going now into Sunday through Monday. There's that second low pressure developing in the central U.S., especially you could say the northern plains. This could continue eastward here, triggering a line of thunderstorms and showers to move across most of the region. And this is kind of your estimated precipitation through next Saturday. It looks like the heaviest spots are going to be portions of the Midwest, especially also here in the central U.S. and around portions of Texas and Oklahoma. Right now, the European showing, rainfall totals exceeding maybe 8 inches. So not guaranteeing that, but definitely some heavy rainfall expected there over this next, 7 days or so. So just be weather aware as there could be some localized flooding with all this rainfall possible. So I thank you all for stopping by. Can you just keep checking back for daily updates on the weather ahead? I'll try to get you an update tomorrow on the air quality and see how that kind of changes over this next day. As that could definitely be something concerning for the northern and portions of the eastern U.S. going into this next week. But I just appreciate you stopping by. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.